professional degree prepares the conferee for a particular profession by emphasizing skills and practical analysis over theory and research. Most but not all of the professions associated with professional degrees are professions that require licensing in order to practice as a professional in the field. For example, professional practice in audiology, architecture, dentistry, dietetics, many fields of engineering, K-12 public education, law, medicine or M.B.B.S, chiropractic, podiatric medicine, nursing, medical laboratory science, music therapy, speech-language pathology, audiology, occupational, physical therapy, optometry, psychology, pharmacy, radiography, social work, urban planning, and veterinary medicine, all require a person to first obtain a professional degree in the relevant subject area, prior to professional licensure, certification or registration. Other fields, such as speech-language pathology, require the professional to earn a graduate degree as well as the additional required licensing, registration, and certification to obtain employment. In some other countries, such as the United Kingdom, the study of vocational subjects at undergraduate level, and postgraduate qualifications outside the academic degree structure, also play a large role in professional training. In Europe, the first academic degrees were law degrees, and the law degree were doctorates. The first entry-level trade degree to be granted in the medical trades industry was the M.D. degree, which was granted by the ancient universities of Scotland upon completion of medical school until the mid-19th century, when the public bodies who regulated medical practice in the UK at that time required practitioners in Scotland as well as England to uniformly hold the dual Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery degrees. The M.B. or Bachelor of Medicine was also the first type of medical degree to be granted in the United States and Canada. The first medical schools that granted the M.B. degree were Penn, Harvard, Toronto, Maryland, and Columbia. These first few North American medical schools that were established were proprietary schools founded by physicians and surgeons who had been trained in England and Scotland. North American medical schools switched to the tradition of the ancient universities of Scotland and began granting the M.D. title rather than the M.B. mostly throughout the 1800s. Columbia University in New York was the first American university to grant the M.D. degree instead of the M.B. The medical degree could be obtained by night school study. The M.D. was the first entry-level professional degree to be awarded as a purely trade school doctorate in the United States. This was nearly 60 years before the first Ph.D. was awarded in the U.S. in 1861. Recently there has been a worldwide movement to structure vocational programs as graduate entry. In countries where professional degrees are undergraduate degrees, graduate entry undergraduate programs have been established to allow students with a previous bachelor's to enter the profession. This movement towards the graduate entry model reflects an emphasis that has been placed on teaching professional skills at an advanced, intensive level. The switch to graduate entry also allows for a greater diversity of applicants who are more mature and motivated to study at the professional level. Physical therapy programs in the U.S. have transitioned their entry-level or first professional degree from the bachelor's or master's to a doctorate as well, just as they previously changed the standard entry-level degree from a bachelor's degree to a master's degree. Most countries outside the U.S. continue to only award doctorates as higher academic research degrees. For example, in the field of architecture, the professional first degree may be either the Bachelor of Architecture or the Master of Architecture, while in the field of fine art, its professional first degree is the Master of Fine Arts. There is currently some debate in the architectural community to rename the degree a doctorate. Many of those who obtained their first professional degree outside of the United States are considered to have an equivalent qualification to their doctoral counterpart for professional reasons. Equivalent does not equate to right to practice, as many are deemed not equivalent enough to grant a license to practice in the United States. Even in Canada, the medical degree of Doctor of Medicine is considered an undergraduate degree. For example, a British medical degree, the M.B.B.S, is equivalent to the US M.D. An M.B.B.S. graduate, if licensed to practice medicine in the United States, is, in at least one state, allowed to use the M.D., and is referred to as doctor, because it accurately describes their professional role. Some first professional degrees have the term doctor in the title. While such degrees are considered professional doctorates and are entitled to use the title of doctor, they are not equivalent to the PhD in that PhD students generally complete a longer program that includes the production of a dissertation that adds to the knowledge in the student's field, according to the U.S. Department of Education. The minimum credit requirement for a doctoral level degree, such as a PhD, is 72 graduate-level credits per the U.S. Department of Education. However, the actual credits may vary between institutions and degrees. The typical PhD holder earns an advanced education, learning how to think, while an MD holder earns a vocational skill, learning how to do as would other vocational graduates. As such, an MD is not considered a doctorate in academia. In addition, some professional fields offer degrees beyond the first professional degree. For instance, in the United States, in order to earn an LLM, one must have received a JD. Likewise, SJD candidates must generally have an LLM, although in rare circumstances SJD candidates are admitted based on their first professional degree. Also, in the field of dentistry, MSD applicants must have a DDSD M.B.B.S. before admission to master's programs in dentistry, and a PhD in dental science requires either a MSD or DDSD M.B.B.S. Joint MD-PhD students in the U.S. must be accepted by both the School of Medicine and the Graduate School of the same institution. In medicine, the distinction between first professional and advanced degrees depends on geography. Outside North America and Germany, the first professional degree in medicine is a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, while an advanced professional degree can be a Master of Science, and the terminal academic research degree can be a Doctor of Medicine or a PhD in a medical science. To be eligible to apply for an MD degree from a UK or Commonwealth university, one must hold either an M.B.B.S., M.B.C.H.B., B.M.B.S., B.M.E.D., B.M. or USMD degree and have at least 5 years of postgraduate experience. In engineering, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Applied Science degrees are commonly awarded in the UK and Canada respectively, and the Bachelor of Science in an engineering field is awarded in the United States. In several countries, the Chartered Engineer and the Incorporated Engineer qualifications represents the final stage of fully qualified professional engineer, including both academic and competency components. In South America, the professional title Ingeniero is the first level to qualify as a professional engineer. The advanced professional degree usually awarded is the Master of Engineering, although some schools have the option of an engineer's degree. The terminal academic research degree is the PhD, SCD or MD. In addition, in the Netherlands, engineering students can earn bachelor's degrees and master's degrees. Those wishing to continue their education within the engineering field can continue with academic research in their field or a professionally applied approach. In the United States, a first professional degree in forestry may be awarded at either the bachelor's or master's level. Some schools outside the U.S. offer professional doctorates for part-time students in a broad range of full-time careers. These programs typically require 3–6 years of structured study towards advanced professional practice. Coursework is followed by a professional project that contributes to the student's organization, industry or profession. First professional degrees, according to the U.S. Department of Education, a first professional degree was an award that required completion of a program that met all of the following criteria: completion of the academic requirements to begin practice in the profession, at least 2 years of college work prior to entering the program, and a total of at least 6 academic years of college work to complete the degree program, including prior required college work plus the length of the professional program itself. Several of these degrees use the term a doctor or a in the title, but these degrees do not contain an independent research component or require a dissertation and should not be confused with PhD degrees or other research doctorates. Generally, first professional degrees are considered graduate-level degrees. First professional degrees may be awarded in the following 11 fields: chiropractic, dentistry, law, medicine, optometry, osteopathic medicine, pharmacy, podiatry, theology, education, veterinary medicine. The use of this term was discontinued in M.B.B.S as of the 2010-11 data collection, when use of the new post-baccalaureate award categories became mandatory. See also, terminal degree, postgraduate education, references.